Welcome gamers back to another ARK survival video. My name's SebTheGamer and we are back on the land of a single player actually. We are going to be checking out the new dinos that dropped out today, but typical me, late as always, I'm going to be not taming them, but rather telling you about the dinos, stats, what they're good at, and whether or not they're actually worth taming. Now, if your gamers are wondering, this is the update 2.8.5, and it came out a couple of hours ago, and everybody's been going crazy about them, and I decided that, you know, I'll take some of my time and set everything up. So I've got everything set up. I've got all the dinos, I wouldn't say male and female, but like a speed version of the dino, as well as a melee damage. We also have a little thing set up here for the lizard, and we also have I think it was 10 untamed Carnos, all set to neutral, where we're going to test what the melee damage and the all that of a normal and not normal dino. Now, I do want to let you know, gamers, that I spawned these in at a level 100, and then I force tamed them, and then they boosted up to level 150, followed by pumping them fully in one specific trait. For example, this one here only has melee damage. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's one's melee damage and one is speed, checking out the normal speed versus what would happen if you were to pump all your levels into speed, and then of course what would happen if you pump all your melee damage into into movements, into melee damage. So let's start off, shall we? To start off, gamers, we're going to be doing this new dog. I'm not going to bother pronouncing any of the names of the dinos due to the fact that they're so complicated. Now, usually these dinos these dogs are in a pack of 6, where there's 1 alpha and 5 non-alphas. To tame these, you wear a ghillie and you come up to them and you pet them. You are unable to ride them. However, it has saddlebags. Now, if you were to put meat inside here, you would in turn have an extended period, so the spoil timer is longer, and also when consuming a corpse, these will gain faster health. Now, this one tamed out to be an alpha, and I didn't notice until I already tamed it, so we're just going to stick with it. But normally they would not have this like flow of orange. Now, if you were to pet it, it will be an increase in damage. So we're just going to pet this here, and as you can see, it's got this fancy glowing thingamabob, and it is now increased. So we're just going to ask this specific pup to follow me. This one here has max melee damage. So as you can see, this is its normal movement speed. If you were to tame it up as a 150, fully like kibble tame at 150, and this is what it would happen if you were to put all your levels in. So we're just going to run over here, and we can see that, oh wait, I'm still not in play, I'm still in players only. Here we go. Okay, so it's stuck. Typical ARK, getting stuck on everything. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna run over here and we're going to test out its speed. So as you can see here, gamers, it will definitely catch up to you. I do have boosted movement speed, but it is able to catch up without much difficulty. So we're going to take out this stone wall here, and we're going to set it to attack my target. Attack your targets. Here we go, and we're going to punch this. There we go. It's going to fly up, and we need to get out of here. I do have infinite stats, but oh goodness gracious me, that's backfired big time. All right, well, that backfired quickly, like very quickly. But as you can see, gamers, already this pup has more or less taken out this level. I don't believe what level Carno this was. It was a I completely forgot what level Carnos these are. These are level 52 Carnos. All right, so these are fully imprinted. Well, not imprinted. Sorry, fully kibble tamed. And I'm actually just going to reclaim them all, and I'll just do it individually because this actually backfired quite quickly. I was not expecting it. I guess they can get over one wall. Whoa, why is it so dark? Okay, let's try this again, shall we? We're going to actually set all of these to passive, first of all. There we go. Then we're going to individually set this one to... where is it? Not attack to neutral. There we go. Then we're going to set this one to attack my targets. Then we're going to unclaim this. It's not the best method, but you know what? It will work. It will work for now. There we go. And then we are going to punch this. There we go. And as you can see, instantly, the Carno, first of all, is going right after me. But, as you can see, gamers, with very little difficulty, this pup, which is currently running away, actually. Here we go. I'm just going to fly up here. Is taking out the Carno. It doesn't seem like to be having much difficulty at all. Yes, look at that. Instantly. It's looks like it has very little difficulty, but after all, this has max melee damage. So do keep that in mind, and as you can see, gamers, it took very little health. Actually, I barely think it even took any health. So that's actually quite impressive. Let's give it a good pet, and now let's move on. Next up, gamers, is the movement speed version of this. It's probably going to be a considerably faster version of this, but it's going to be an interesting thing to see, due to the fact that ARK kind of gets messed up sometimes when especially when you speed up a dino, because usually no one really pumps a dino at full speed. As you can tell already, gamers, if we were to run over here, it doesn't catch up that fast. I thought it was going to catch up, but this is its normal melee damage, by the way, gamers, and this is its max movement speed. So it's not the fastest, definitely not the fastest. But we're just going to pick this one here. We're going to set him to neutral. We're going to set this guy to attack my targets. We're going to unclaim this, and then we're going to punch it. So it was actually quite interesting. I was expecting it to be a little bit different, but do you know what? It will work. So here we go. We're going to punch that and fly up. There we go. So, these two are fighting. Now, do remember that this is a normal melee dino, so with not anything added. As you can tell already, gamers, the Carno is quite bloody. Let's check its health quickly. Let's check this guy's health. Come on, can we check its health? There we go, instant death. So, as you can see, gamers, it takes very little, and I don't actually think it lost any health. So, I'm actually quite impressed. So, the dog, very useful to carry around, and of course to have as a portable fridge, more or less. I'm quite pleased how it came out. The animations look fantastic. I would probably pump a little bit of health in just to get it up to that 1000 mark. I would say movement speed's around the same. Melee damage is around the same. I would maybe pump a little bit of weight, and that's about it, really. I mean, it's actually, there's nothing else to say. It is a very, very useful creature, I must admit. Next up, gamers, we have these. These here are like these guys are special. These are literally the golden goose of ARK. If you are to, once you tame it with a fish that you personally killed, as well as, there you go, as well as feeding it a lot of fish, or letting it kill a lot of fish, it will come back onto land and lay a golden egg. Now, if you were to feed the golden egg to itself, it will get a 500% boost, or buff. While if you were to feed it to a large dino or a human, it will give a 10% buff. So it is quite a special character. Now, if you were to do it with max melee, what would happen? But first of all, let's check out how fast it is. I don't expect this to be a very quick creation. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So, I'm not exactly sure what the whole point of the golden egg is. I understand that it gives a buff, but I'm not 100% sure. So maybe you gamers can let me know in the comment section below, what exactly is this really meant to be? So we're going to set this to attack my target. We're going to choose a specific Carno, nothing really special actually. We're going to set this to neutral, and then we're going to unclaim right about now. Okay. Now, keep in mind, gamers, that the health is not as high as the other thing. So, yeah, it's actually going to be a bit interesting. I'm very curious to see how Penguin will do against the Carno. This, like I said, does have max melee damage, so keep that in mind. So, let's see what would happen if we put to punch this. There we go. And we fly up. Hello? Wait, let's just set this to players only. There we go. And you, my friend. Like, are you, like, what's your plan? Are you going to, yes. Attacking target. Okay, so it is attacking the target. Okay, so we're just going to fly back up then. Last aggro. But this guy's going to come in. Or he lost aggro as well. Come on, like, just right there. Let's, give you a little bit of a boost, yeah? There we go. Don't attack me. Focus on the penguin. Oi, penguin. You know, hello, penguin. You know, you're meant to really be attacking this guy. I can't do this for you. You've got to do it for yourself. So it does not look like to be a very hostile animal, I must say. Yeah, it's not a hostile animal at all. Okay, so note to self: these guys will not. Yeah, they will not attack. So, bit bizarre. Even in neutral. Wait, I'm still in. There we go. Even when it's in neutral. Are you going to save your master? No. Okay, so by the looks of it, gamers, I still don't quite know why this guy freezes, but by the looks of it, gamers, this thing will not help you at all, like at all. So I'm just going to cheats only. There we go. There we go. You're still attacking me. Wow. Okay, I thought you were to finish. Lose aggro. Thank you. It's a bit very bizarre. I thought it was going to like give some support, but I guess not. Here we go. We're just going to wait until this guy loses aggro. There we go. I think yeah, okay, there you go. So he lost aggro. So very bizarre. I thought he was actually going to, you know, assist me, but I guess not. The penguin does not assist you. Or, well, it's not really a penguin, it's like a bird thing. But what would happen if you were to pump only movement speed? Let's find out. It's going to be interesting, actually. Here we go. He's got max movement speed. Oh my goodness. And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Okay, so max movement speed is somewhat useful. It is faster. It's not as fast. I would say that this is probably a trike with max movement speed. But it's good. It is good. This is what happens when you put max movement speed. This is its normal melee damage. And it's a bit bizarre. It is very, very bizarre. I guess it's not the most ideal thing. I personally would not tame something like this. But if you want a golden egg, I guess this is what you can get. You can also get normal eggs, which you can throw into the cooking pot. Next up, we've got the Lizard Kingdom. These guys are interesting because they can climb walls, upside down included. Now, if you were to attack someone with this, it would give the, you know, attacker, no, not the attacker, the defender, or the thing you attacked, rabies, which for temporarily lowers stamina. So, quite a useful feat, actually. Now, what would happen if you were to give it max melee damage? Now, this here is max melee damage. I'm going to show you the wall thing once with the faster one, because as you can see, gamers, this is not the fastest thing. Now, it only has one attack, which is the left click, which jumps up. There's no right click, and there's no AC attack. So, we're going to go over here to the dino that has yet to be killed, the Carno. Now, I'm going to be mounted onto this guy because it's just easier, really. Like I said, gamers, this does have max melee damage. So, let's see how this fares if we were to attack this. I don't think it's going to be very good, honestly. I mean, after all, this is not really much of an attacking type, as you can see. So, it doesn't seem to be faring very well. My health is diminishing. Not the best, actually. And we seem to be clipped into the ground. Yeah, definitely not the best. Come on, can you attack? There we go. There we go. Alright, so when attacking, definitely not the best kind of thing, honestly. I mean, right now I'm holding shift, and this is normal. So it's definitely not the fastest. It does not seem to gather anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem to gather anything at all, actually. So I guess that's a little bit of a disadvantage. But one thing it does, despite it lacking the melee damage, it does not lack when it comes to the special little feature, which we're going to show you here. So that was max melee damage. Not very pleased, honestly. But max speed? Oh my goodness, this is cool. Like, well, first of all, I'm underwater, but this is very cool. Alright, now let's see what happens if we were to climb. How exactly does one climb? Okay, so spacebar does something. I don't get what, though. Spacebar changes the stance. I guess if you were to climb a wall, you have to press spacebar first. I guess that's the deal. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so first you have to press spacebar. And whoa. Whoa, is this trippy. How do I go back? Okay, here's for... Whoa. This is super trippy. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is like super cool. Alright, so if you want to go into wall, you have to lift the head by just simply pressing spacebar. And you just run up here, and then you can literally just climb any surface. And wow, is this trippy. This is super trippy. But I must admit, this is also super fun. Can you attack? Yes, you can also attack while here. And if you're to press space, okay, so you just flip upside down and then you just continue. Wow. All right. So I actually really enjoy this thing now. I was not really expecting that. I guess it can climb absolutely anything, like without any trouble. I mean, that's what I can understand. But wow, I was not really expecting it to be so darn good. Right, let's try this up. Let's try this again, and I'm actually going to get a screenshot this time because I'm actually thoroughly impressed. This is something that would be absolutely useful in my survival let's play while getting metal or something. Here we go. Nice screenshot. Say cheese. All right, so very, very useful dino when it comes to climbing a wall, and it sticks to the wall. That is very, very cool, honestly. I was not expecting that, and I'm actually very, very pleased to what ARK has done. Here we go. Let's just take another screenshot. Wow. Okay, so that was the lizard. Quite impressed, actually. Very, very impressed. Next up, we have this. It's practically a giant anteater. Now, if you tame this, what would be recommended is to simply kill insects with this, because it is recommended that when you kill insects, it will boost its melee damage, and in turn, it will kill at a faster speed. It is also a master at gathering chitin. So I guess this is better than the saber-tooth now. Now, it's got 2 attacks. It has the right click, which is like the stomp, and it's got the left click, which is a swipe. It doesn't gather any berries. It does also gather berries. So it's, I guess it's you could say an all-around thing. It's quite impressive, honestly, that it can gather berries, as well as, like I said, it's a master at gathering chitin. Now, this here is the one with the max melee damage, as you can see here. It's quite a high percentage of melee damage, but how good is it really? So we're just going to set this guy to a neutral, and we're going to unclaim it, like so. And let's test it out, shall we? It's gonna. I feel like this is going to be very effective. We're just going to swipe. Okay, swipe does not do that much of damage. And what about this power down? Okay, it looks like we got 2 Carnos now. I guess this is not what I expected. But okay, so when you slam down on your fist like this, it is a considerably better. It does a lot more damage, but I believe it also takes up a lot more stamina. No, not really. Okay, so stamina on this guy is actually quite good. I'm very, very impressed. Let's move on to see what would happen if you were to use the max speed. This is actually going to be quite funny, honestly, due to the fact that usually when dinos, like I said, have max speed, it's quite a funny little thing. Yes, it is just as I thought. It is very, very funny. It's probably one of the funniest ones, similar to what the trike is. So we're just going to jump over here. We're going to pick you, Mr. Carno. Oh, it looks like you laid an egg. This guy here has now... This is the normal melee damage, by the way, gamers, which is 243, and a movement speed of 277. And swiping, I don't think is very good. I guess it's better to gather chitin or bugs. But still, this thing is actually very, very impressive. Of course, the Carno is not the strongest dino. Of course, it's just for a representation right now. And honestly, I'm quite impressed. However, I would not pump full movement speed on this. What I'd probably do is I'd pump a little bit of movement speed, maybe a little bit of health, and of course, the melee damage. The melee damage seems like the most important thing. But I have to admit that this thing is amazing. Actually, does it have a jump? I'm very curious. No jump. Okay, but I'm quite impressed with this. I quite like this. It's quite a funky little character. And now let's move on to the final dino. All right, this dino is interesting. This has a lot of features. First of all, it's got 2 types of roars. It's got a courage roar as well as a fear roar. Now, attached. Well, actually, when you first find this out in the wild, it will have some Carnos around it, and when you attack it, it will in turn ally those Carnos with it to attack you, and only you. But once you tame it, it's got 2 roars. Wow, do you see that? Look how crazy my mouse is going. I'm not even moving it. It's got 2 roars. It's got the fear roar and the courage roar. Now, with the fear roar, it will lower the damage input, or damage output, actually, of the dino that you're attacking. And that is the right click. That one. Once the fear gets to the max, the dino will run away from the battle. the courage roar, which is bound to the C, will in turn boost the melee damage, as you can see here, gamers, by a certain amount. And as you can see by here by the circle, this here is the time. The more you do it, the longer the time. Once the circle gets to the max, it will boost the damage output by 25%. So as you can imagine, gamers, this is a very, very useful dino. And as for max speed, it's fast. Whoa, wow, voice crack. It is fast, I have to admit. And we're flying now as well. I was not expecting that. It has no jump whatsoever, but I have to admit, this is quite an interesting dino. So, where that one's fine, we can just open up this one here. We're going to set this guy to neutral. There we go. Okay, so right click, we're going to install the fear. You feeling scared yet? No, you're just stuck on me. Come on. Insert the fear. There we go. Okay, so you can see the circle of the fear as it slowly goes up. But we're not going to really focus on that. We're just going to kill this guy. Wow. Wow. Even with the normal base melee damage, this guy is impressive. Well done on that. Right, we're just going to jump on this one here, which is the normal movement speed, which is actually not too bad. I mean, I would probably pump a little bit into this, but this is the max melee damage. So it's got 557%, 76, percent melee damage, which is actually quite a lot if you think about it. So we're just going to demolish this. We're going to set this guy to attack my targets, neutral, and claim this, like so. And then we're going to jump onto this guy, and we're going to do the... No, that's the fear one. We don't want that. We want the... okay, whatever. We'll just attack this guy. And how much damage does this guy do? I mean, wow. Okay, it does quite a bit. I mean, no problem whatsoever. I mean, we lost barely any health. Wow, I'm absolutely astounded. I was not actually expecting that. And that is where I'm going to wrap up the video here, gamers. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash the like button, and if you're new, do not forget to subscribe. It was quite a fun video to actually make this one, especially checking out all the new dinos. I have to admit that as for a final review, this here is a great guy, but honestly, not really worth it. This guy, definitely worth it. I'll probably pump a little bit more in movement speed from the base, of course, and then maybe some more melee damage and health. Very impressive. This guy is great for raiding. You just go over the walls. It's also great to be defense. Oh, not to mention, gamers, that this here also has a turret mode, where if you set it into the turret mode, it will scare off all enemies in the area the second they walk in front of it. Now, this pack mule, not really worth it, honestly. I mean, it's great if you're traveling and you need the meat, very useful, but now that you've got mushrooms, once you get to a later stage, I don't really think it's very worth it, especially since this here you have to pet it in order to tame it, and there's also 6 of them at the same time, and once they notice you, they will go for you. As for the golden goose of ARK, honestly, I can't quite figure out what the golden egg's for, and as a result of that, I don't really think it's worth it. But of course, everybody has their own style, and of course they will use everything in their own way. Personally, I would only really use this and the lizard. But you let me know, gamers, in the comment section below what you would use them for. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you do not forget to subscribe. If you want me to check out the next update or more about this update, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get right onto it. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget, gamers, to keep on gaming.